to answer the most common questions that we hear for the designers and architects. Let's start with the number one question. Can you please explain to us the difference between lacquer finish, PET, and acrylic?
I'm glad you asked that question, Andre, because there's a lot of differences between high gloss, and if you know the different surfaces, it'll be much easier in specifying your next high gloss project. Then the other big one is lacquer and PU, which you find in many of the high gloss environments. It's a very thin layer. PET can range from 0.3 to 0.5. Sometimes you can even find it in 0.25. So that's the thickness of the layer, which will affect, the gloss and the orange peel. For the Florida customer or the Southeast customer. With us, there's no limitation since it's made right here in Florida. You can order 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 5/8, 3/4, 1 inch, 1.5 inch. You can order one side, two sides, matching or to your specification. And same with the different substrates. You could use particle board. We typically stock two-sided standard MDF for our stocking product, for our quick ship product, but you can special order particle board, plywood core. You can have one side white, one side maple. So it's made to your specification, fire rated, ultralight, plywood, particle board, depends on the customer's requirements.
I hear a lot of people referring to orange peel appearance. What is it?
I'm glad you asked that. It relates to the different thicknesses that we're using to achieve high gloss. So in our factory, we just do PET and acrylic, but when you look at hot coating and the others, you'll find orange peel. So what we're looking at is the skin of an orange, also a Florida-made product like our product, and looking at the surface of the high gloss to see what is more like a mirror versus more like an orange. So the ones that look more like an orange, we call orange peel. If you look at our 0.5 high gloss to 0.7 to 1 millimeter high gloss, you shouldn't see any orange peel. There'll be a slight difference between 0.5 and 1 millimeter, obviously, but it's a big step up from lacquer finishes or hot coating finishes or thin PETs, which are commonly used by the import products of 0.25 or 0.3, depending on the cost.
Amir, how about edge bending? Does the fabricators need to have a special machine to apply?
No. However, we do stock the edge banding both ways. The most common way is the standard edge bander, taking a roll of tape and surfacing the edges. You can do that with a standard edge bander or a PUR edge bander. Both are using the same exact edge bander. But in the cases that you have a hot air or a laser bander, by special order, we can provide the tapes that you would use in those types of hot air or laser application. And here you're seeing all different ways. This thicker tape is done with a standard edge bander. This door is made from a laser bander. And here I have a piece of edge banding that's used by a PUR. And you can see a glue line is very similar in all three applications. Now, of course, if we had a magnifying glass, we could look at it very closely and you'd see a slight difference, but the standard eye, it all looks the same.
We have seen some competitor products that they do not offer the lube sheet. Why is it so important to have a lube sheet?
In today's world, people are refacing their kitchen, which means someone's coming in, taking out the existing doors, putting in new doors, and to finish the project, they're going to need laminates or skins, we call them, to finish the ends and where the refrigerator is or end cabinets are, so everything is matching. And there's another place that you see loose sheet, and that is if you have a 3-inch panel or a floating shelf, you are going to want this loose sheet in order to conceal the core of the substrate.
So can we specify UltraPan for horizontal application or vertical only?
So not only in horizontal or vertical, but anywhere where quality matters. So single family homes, their kitchen doors, you can use it for wall units. It can be used as commercial case goods in commercial applications, which include hospitality and healthcare. The Zero Edge is very popular in healthcare environments because there's no joint for germs or other things to stick into.
So this is pretty much the big question, scratch resistance.
Scratch resistance is the #1 question we get. And in our PET and acrylic product, both have very similar surface qualities and perform the same in scratch resistance, which I'd like to show you here with a very scientific test.
When it comes to high gloss, scratch resistance matters to us more than anything. We offer the highest quality acrylic surface. What I'm showing here is standard acrylic versus our PET and versus our acrylic, which is a hard coated acrylic.
We get this question a lot. How about cleaning?
So when cleaning our product, you don't need any special cleaners. You don't have to find something, you don't have to go out and search something extraordinary. From the first day after you peel the peel coat, there's a lot of laminate choices out there. But we've chosen to have the very best offering in scratch resistance, which as a side effect has very good cleanability. We've tested against acetone, bleach, ketchup, coffee, all the standard things you would find in the kitchen. And from our testing and from third-party testing, we've found our laminates to perform better or as good as anything else out there.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today at your plant. Thank you for answering all these questions, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned and be safe.